Welcome back to Character Select, Dave Space, Ace Attorneys. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
Do you want to be Edgeworth? Very smooth.
No, you can be Edgeworth.
Okay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Both
Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
What?
He's the chief officer.
Yeah, but he's not a witness.
Well, he's a witness is somebody that gives testimony, not necessarily somebody that saw the crime. That's all it is. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicide down at precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this format for the office to explain.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Body was found by this window here. And the cause
of death.
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir.
Technically incorrect.
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. So now we have the floor plans and the statue. Now, Detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Witness testimony, Maya Fey's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came, I rushed to the scene.
There were two people there already.
Yep.
The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness describing her.
Yeah.
The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I can't speak.
My voice is gone. The very moment. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. So...
something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
Okay.
So, this introduces a new mechanic, which is pressing. So, I'll just show you what it looks like right here. Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across the fence.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. So pressing gets them to expound on some part of their statement, but not everything is worth pressing.
Okay.
Okay, I can't see a single contradiction in there. I'll just have to take my advice and press about anything suspicious. So if you get to the end of the testimony and you don't have anything worth saying, or you don't do anything, then he just comes up with this and thinks about it for a second. Alright, sorry. What do you want to press on?
2 people there.
Sometimes the pressing is funny. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
But that's pretty fast.
A murder this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir.
Defendant, Miss Maya.
Okay.
Try that.
Okay. Why's that? What's your reason? See, that in that case, it just goes on to the next statement.
Yeah,
So,
witness can't describe. Press. Oh, have we already done this one?
nope. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious. She sure is Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink.
That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Gah.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There's something I should have told you about first.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testament descending the same.
Sometimes they just update their testimony without giving a whole new one, but
After securing the suspect,
try not to die, please. Appreciate it if you didn't die.
I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo and a piece of paper written next to the victim's body. On it, the word Meyer was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about the murder prisoner the first time?
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright.
Hard.
So after securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Press.
Now... Okay. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure. It happens all the time in the books and movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Oh, oof.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order 66. That didn't go so well.
That's right, what he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. There is, actually.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene.
Well, let's take a look at the evidence.
Well, we haven't heard that yet, have we?
Actually, we have. It was at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, but... Right,
So-
technically, yes.
So, yeah. So this is what she wrote with her own blood, right? That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
But if there's a contradiction in there, and this is the hard evidence, what contradicts that?
Death was instantaneous.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But...
No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order. Order? The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder, right?
Hang on.
Yeah.
We got it.
Murder happened 2 days ago. We did the investigation yesterday, so yeah, we got it yesterday.
I guess so.
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Edgeworth is a dick. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham!
I don't like
What do you
any
wanna
of these
say?
responses. I guess I'm shit. I don't know.
Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me faulty reports?
I thought...
Detective Gumshoe, I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that.
I'm sorry, sir.
So, we're going to establish this throughout the series. Detective Gumshoe's purpose for being is to get shat on constantly. It's fabulous. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What?
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from
blowback.
blow.
May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Yeah.
So,
well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Is April May a reference to something?
It's the months. April, May.
Is that it?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Fix your damn elbows, Eddie.
Witness, your name, please.
April May.
Oh my god.
Yup. This game is rated E for everyone.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us where you were on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Witness testimony.
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy bitsy witsy.
Wink.
Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. Yes, with all the lights. I don't see the need to trouble the witness any...
Wait, Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony right now was just now quite firm, don't you? Okay.
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you!
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. He has to have some she has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, you gotta figure out what to press on this one. Pressing everything is usually an okay option, too.
It was 9, and then...
When attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. On this one?
Yep.
Okay. Smack! How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with the short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right.
He's right.
You want to say he's right?
Do
Or do you question the testimony?
Are we still questioning, or...?
Well, you have the option. You can say, yeah, you know what, he's right, it's bulletproof. Or I can question that testimony. I can doubt the veracity of her statement. We can, I should say.
I guess we'll try questioning it.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that...
You're lying.
Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
Okay, so I've said that I've played these games before, and I know how to solve all the cases.
Yeah.
Clearly I don't, because I totally forgot that this was the thing. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
If your testimony again.
Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of Mike's report not startle you? Tee-hee.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
There are multiple problems with this
Okay,
testimony.
well, first of all, how does she know that it's a clock statue?
Hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with a weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue clock, the thinker, I think. So let's press on this one. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Do you want to just present it?
Can we do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure
yeah,
can. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder.
Order.
Miss May, can you explain how you know that this was a clock?
Ooh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You have withdrawn your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor, and as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Wow, that was
close.
lucky.
If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Company?
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nope.
big old no. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because...
It couldn't have rung.
Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang.
It's empty.
That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly...
Just take a look, right now.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Sorry, it's quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course.
Actually, we have proof.
What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clockwork was removed is...
Go through them? I think it's the text. Clock isn't talking. And the clockwork. When was the text? Does it say September 5th?
9 a.m.
So, 9 a.m.
She was killed at 9 p.m.
Yeah. So that's it.
Boop. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order.
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. And we've heard this before, so you just want me to hold on and think it for you? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't working right now. It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5, 9:27 a.m. Ow, my ears. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Yes.
The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock. The clock itself.
Yeah, pretty much. It was made by Larry. There's only two. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh, she just... Jesus Christ.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Not so cute
Whoa!
anymore.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What is going on? This is a court of law, and witnesses will remain. And the witness will remain.
Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink. Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Space.
I'm trying to think. Well, in every... I guess she has a slight... Would you say she has a slight feeling? There's always truth. You always have to place a lie in some truth, otherwise it wouldn't work.
Right. But... she... couldn't have held it, and we did find this.
The wiretap, which she knew about the papers being inside the statue.
So she must have heard about it,
Yes.
right? The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. This is obviously going to be the wiretap.
Boop. Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's room. Oh, got a triple tap.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
What's that last one?
the floor plans.
Does it actually say in the text?
Yeah. Right there. I mean, this is pretty basic 101 bullshit, Edgeworth. Come on. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Yes, I am a lawyer. Hello. We're in court?
It's not fair. All of you hanging up on me like that. Oh, I'm so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow.
Why the wiretap?
Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
Ugh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with the murder, even though you tapped her phone? Which is highly illegal, by the way.
I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder. So, she might have tapped the phone, but she couldn't have killed her.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're gonna just let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something.
Well, I guess we just have to call the bellboy.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi was not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony, otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
Well, we have to accept it, otherwise she's going to jail anyway.
Let me just say that this is not the weirdest condition that we will ever see in this courtroom. Not by a long shot.
Even if she... Well, like, it's weird because we're not accusing April May of murder. We're accusing her of tapping her phone.
We're accusing her of being an accessory to the murder. We're saying that because she wiretapped and knew all this stuff about the clock, therefore she had something to do with the murder, even if she didn't actually strike the killing blow.
That's what I mean.
So, yeah. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. fool. You fell right into my trap.
You have activated my trap card.
Wait.
Very well.
Sorry.
The court calls the hotel bellboy to stand.
And we will do that next time on Character Select, because holy crap, we've been going for quite a while.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was...
Yeah, this is only day one of the trial, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it, and space. Objection. Sustained. Overruled.
Oh, yes, we did do that. We did see that.